Hello GatorBait subscribers and welcome into GatorBait TV. I'm Cassidy Hill here at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium where the number 11 Florida Gators have just defeated their in-state rivals, the Florida State Seminoles, 40-17. It is the first time that Florida has beat the Seminoles here in the Swamp since 2009, Tim Tebow's last game in the Swamp as a Gator. Speaking of senior night, it was a near-perfect senior night for 22 seniors playing their last game here in the Swamp, the majority of which were scholarship players, guys that chose to stick around through a 4-7 season, a coaching change, guys that told Dan Mullen and this new staff, we are here to help you. And Dan Mullen says he couldn't have been happier for the way they sent out guys who helped reshape this program and change the culture.
Really special to me. I know when you come in and you say, hey, this is, we didn't recruit you, but this is how we're going to run the program. And, this is what we believe in. This is how the program's going to be run in the future. And those guys believed and bought in. And I thanked all of them. Every single one of them, I thanked them. I said, thanks for believing in me. They played hard for the Gators, but they came here to be Gators. But then they also believed in me and bought into what me and the coaching staff and what we're trying to build here and what we're trying to do and how we run our program. So I'm very thankful for them to believe in me. And it's a great honor for guys to do that.
A lot of those seniors, of course, were on the offensive side. There were 4 senior wideouts who Dan Mullen shifted up the stat sheet and the depth chart a little bit tonight to let all 4 of them get a start here on their last game in Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. And they were able to show out 390 passing yards, 77 rushing yards for 467 total yards. Granted, 66, had to check my math, 66 of those passing yards came on screens to Kadarius Toney, where he took them for 47 and 19 yards respectively, as he tends to do. And it was moments like that that stood out to some of these seniors on a selfless team and a selfless unit who said, it wasn't about me, it wasn't about the moments I had in my final game, it was about watching my teammates.
I wanted Tyree to score the kick return. That was probably my favorite moment. I wanted him to score so bad.
I thought he had it.
I thought he did too. And then he caught the screen. I thought he was going to score that one too. But those were kind of exciting. And KT.
Is he made of rubber?
I'm going to miss that. Like watching him play, it's very electrifying. You don't see that often. I've never seen it before until I met him. So he's one of a kind. And I'm going to miss watching him play a lot.
Favorite moment of the night, it wasn't for me, it was just for my teammates, seeing them guys go out there and make plays and everybody just laughing on the sideline, having a good time, doing the right job. So nothing on me, it was just my teammate. I was excited for my team.
On the other side of the ball, the defense held FSU to 260 total offensive yards and were able to get 8 sacks. That brings their season total so far to 48, good for 5th in the country, and it is the best tally put up by a Florida Gators defense since 1997. The closest that anyone has come since were 43 sacks in 1999. Of course, that was the Alex Brown, Javon Freak curse years. But on a good night like tonight, guys like John Gernard and other seniors like Adam Schuler were able to step up and say, we want to send our defense and our team out on the highest note possible.
We want to make sure we leave our mark on the last game like we did. So I think we're very successful with that. And, like I said, the mood in there is going to change real quick once we get everything something. We got some ballers. It's just the fact of the guys around me, they help me out. I help them out. We all just work together. We understand it. We understand what they like to do, our tendencies. That's what we're with each other all the time. So we understand what they like to do in pass rush and what they like to do in run game. So all of that, when we gel together and understand each other, makes it that much easier to get to the quarterback for everyone.
These Gators now wait to hear their fate to find out where they're going to be going for a bowl game. They are hoping to make it 2 years in a row with a New Year's Six game. Of course, they defeated Michigan last year in the Peach Bowl. And they have a much stronger case thanks to the way a few other rivalry games shook out today. Number 13, Wisconsin defeated number 8, Minnesota, and Wisconsin will now face Ohio State next week in the Big Ten Championship. And number 5, Alabama, lost to number 15, Auburn. That means that Alabama and Florida now both have 2 losses and share a common opponent, Auburn, which Florida defeated. That is one of Florida's best wins. Alabama's best win now, a win over Texas A&M, who lost today to LSU by a score that I honestly don't even remember because it was that big and it was that much of a blowout. At one point it was 28-0, and I think it was still the first quarter. So what does that mean for Florida's New Year's Six bowl chances? Their signature win is over Auburn, who, like we said, defeated Alabama today. Their 2 losses are to LSU and Georgia, who are currently in the top 4. Is that enough? These players think so.
Just look how we started, and look how we finished. We slipped on slipped up against 2 teams in the top 5, and if we had a chance to play them again, I think we'll come on top.
We didn't put all our chips in the basket. We did everything that we could do. You know, at this point, I mean, no other team, and like I said, like I mentioned before, injury bug just caught us at the wrong time. They know what we can do when we're healthy. When we're healthy, we can play with anybody in this country. So I like us against anyone, and I'm standing on that.
Well, we will wait along with them to find out. In the meantime, stick with GatorBaitMedia.com for a full recap of the Florida win over FSU, Florida Gators basketball, and any other Florida Gator news coming out of Gainesville. From Ben Hill Griffin Stadium for the final time this 2019 season, I'm Cassidy Hill for GatorBait TV.